What if I told you that your daily work, your everyday commitment to our apprentices, is pretty much all the preparation you need for an Ofsted inspection? In this explainer, we're going to see how our excellent practice doesn't just create great outcomes, it naturally builds the very evidence trail inspectors are looking for. So, let's get into it.
You know the feeling. You open your inbox, and there it is, that short, sharp subject line that makes your heart skip a beat.
And just like that, the clock is ticking. You get that surge of adrenaline, and yeah, the pressure can feel pretty immense.
So, what's the first instinct? Well, for many people, it's a mad dash for proof. A scramble to gather every folder, find every file, and pull together every bit of paper we can find to show how good our work is.
But hold on a minute. Let's just pause here. Is a massive pile of paperwork what inspectors are truly interested in? Or are they actually looking for something, well, something a bit deeper, something more authentic?
This, right here, is the absolute key. Evidence isn't something we just whip up for an inspection. Nope. It's the natural byproduct of doing our jobs well, day in and day out. Think of it like a trace left in the sand by our good practice.
Okay, so let's follow this real evidence trail. It all starts with a fundamental shift in mindset, moving away from that last-minute panic and towards recognizing the incredible value of our daily routines.
This slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old way. It's all about paperwork, compliance, ticking boxes. But the KBC way over on the right, that's all about what actually matters. The real-world impact on our learners, having robust systems that guarantee quality, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement.
You know, our entire evaluation process really boils down to answering these three simple but powerful questions. What are we trying to achieve? How well are we actually doing it? And crucially, how do we know it's working? This isn't a one-off thing. It's a constant cycle that underpins absolutely everything we do.
So where does this evaluation actually happen? Let's take a look at where this evidence really lives, not in some dusty folder, but right inside the everyday things we do.
These are our core engines for evaluation. Things like progress reviews, the feedback we get, our teaching observations, quality assurance, and tracking our data. Every single one of these is a normal, routine activity that just so happens to generate the most powerful evidence of our quality. Let's take progress reviews. A really strong review isn't just a quick chat, is it? It's a proper, structured meeting with the apprentice, their employer, and their coach. We track progress against their knowledge, skills, and behaviors, the KSBs, and make sure that what they're learning is actually being used in the workplace.
Because the alternative is something called administrative drift. If our reviews are weak, they just become another box to tick. Progress can stall, and any support we give ends up being reactive instead of proactive. And that's exactly why our robust approach is so vital for our apprentices' success.
And this perfectly shows what we call the golden thread that runs through all our work. First, we gather evidence from our daily activities. Then, we use that evidence to make a smart decision. And finally, we measure the impact of that decision. It's a simple, powerful loop that just keeps going.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's see how this golden thread actually works in the real world. We'll walk through a couple of scenarios that really show how our processes give us all the proof we need.
So, let's say a learning gap is flagged during a progress review. We don't just make a note of it and move on. We act. A targeted intervention plan is created with the apprentice, and the impact? They get back on track. Now, where's the evidence? Well, it's already there organically. The review notes, the plan itself, and the improved assessment results that follow. No extra paperwork needed. Or how about this one? An employer suggests a small change to the curriculum to better fit their business. We listen, the team reviews it, and an update is made. The result? The apprentice's performance gets better. And that evidence trail, from the initial feedback record to the meeting notes and the improved outcomes, it's all there, clear as day. Now, this all leads to a really crucial part of any inspection, the professional discussion. Because our evidence is so baked into our practice, we can talk about the impact we're having with real, genuine confidence.
So, imagine an inspector asks you this. It's a common question, and a very fair one. How would we answer it, based on the systems we have in place?
Well, a confident KBC response is just describing what we do every day. We'd explain our cycle, starting with how we regularly sample reviews and apprentice work. Then we talk about how our internal quality assurance looks for trends, not just one-off errors. That leads to targeted actions, and then, this is the clincher, we reevaluate to confirm the impact. It's a closed loop that proves our quality.
Okay, here's another huge one, focusing on our commitment to every single learner. especially those with special educational needs and disabilities. How do we know our support for those who need it most is actually effective?
And again, our answer comes straight from our systems. We track their progress really closely. We make sure the needs we identified right at the start are being met. We adapt our support based on what we learn from reviews, and we constantly check the impact of that support to make sure it's really working.
So, as we start to bring this all together, it becomes really clear, doesn't it? For us at KBC, readiness isn't some special event we have to prepare for. It's just our routine. This is what readiness looks like here. It's our regular monitoring cycles. It's our standard practice of working closely with employers. It's our well-sequenced curriculum and our embedded safeguarding. It's a culture where leadership decisions are driven by real data and evidence. Being ready for an inspection is simply the natural outcome of our high-quality daily work.
And that right there is the main takeaway. Let's stop thinking about creating evidence. Let's just focus on running our provision really well, on reviewing it honestly, and on acting on what we find. If we keep doing that, the evidence will simply take care of itself and we'll always be ready.